everyone. Welcome back to Cape Cod Like a Local. Today I have the pleasure of having Scott Hofmann with me from
Hello.
Stonegate Mortgage, and we want to talk about the market. And today is May 31st.
Yeah, the market is, it's obviously we're in the spring market now, or the very beginning of it. There's a lot of things going on. Obviously, inventory on the Cape, as far as homes for sale, seems to be going up. There's something like 600 homes for sale right now. Obviously, the price points are very high. That's not anything that we see any changing. I mean, every real estate again is local. So what we're also looking at nationally are keeping a close eye on is the interest rates and what we expect to happen with those. Right now, they've obviously been going up. They're in the sevens. However, if you look back in history, anytime these rates go up as they have, and really the Federal Reserve is simply doing what they told us they were going to do by raising these interest rates. They want to slow the economy down, try to bring values back to where they should be. And that's with everything, whether it be groceries or homes or anything. And that's slowly being done. Rates will come down. Now, when? It's hard to say. It's May. It's the end of May, beginning of June. So we're about halfway through 2023. There was a report a couple days ago, and they had mentioned that the Fed is thinking of putting a pause on the interest rate hikes, which, it's hard to say if they are or not going to do that. Inflation is the key factor here. If that gets under control, then they will stop with the interest rate hikes. If they don't feel that inflation is under control, they're going to continue with it. With that said, I do feel like we're getting pretty close to the cap as far as how high they're going to go, because it does at some point hit buying power for people, and everybody's wallets are pretty tight right now. So I do expect the rates to come down by the end of the year, possibly in the low sixes, maybe in the high fives next year. There's some forecasts that say maybe in the mid fours. I don't expect them to get below that, but obviously things can change rapidly in this business. And when the interest rates come down, what you'll see is more people putting their houses on the market, because there's a lot of hesitation to do that right now because they have to get another mortgage and they like the interest rates where they currently are.
I know also that we've been advising people to take the mortgage for what it is now, and when the lower rate comes in, then just refinance.
Sure.
That's a way to get you in a home that you need to be. I have so many clients that absolutely need to move to the Cape.
Yeah.
Not for the luxury of the Cape, but just they need to move for work.
Right.
And so there is no better time than the time you're in right now.
Yeah, that's very true. It's very true. There's a lot of people who are on the sidelines waiting for the interest rates to come down before they buy a house. And as logical as that sounds, the problem with that is going to be that there's a lot of people who are expecting that. And when the rates do come down, that's going to flood the market. It's already a hard market for home buyers, for people who want to buy a house. It's already difficult because the inventories aren't where we want them to be. It will be even more difficult when the interest rates come down. So if you're thinking of buying a house, exactly what Nancy said, there's no better time than now. Get the house, because when the rates come down, I would argue you would feel a lot better owning a house and being able to refinance that interest rate down than deciding to then go look at a house. And if you're aware of how many people are looking and how many offers are being put on houses right now, it seems pretty obvious that now is a better time to do it than when the rates come down, because that will be a lot more competition out there.
I had a showing yesterday, and when the agent contacted me to say that we did not get that particular offer, she said that she had over 200 people walk through at an open house and 93 showings.
Yeah.
So it's a crazy market, but there are ways to get, to strategize and get the offers accepted.
Right. I mean, we're running into a lot of customers who, the payments on the mortgage, it's a little bit higher than what they are looking for, and that makes perfect sense. And that's when you have to start saying, okay, well, what is our number one goal here? Do we want to buy a house? Maybe we can cut costs some other places, because eventually that mortgage rate will come down and you'll be able to refinance that down. But it's easier to do that than it is to actually buy a house. And so if you find that house, or if you're waiting, don't get out there and start looking. Put multiple offers in. Be prepared to do that. And if you're lucky and you get one of your first ones accepted, that's great. But it is a process and it will take some time.
Mhm.
But it's better to start now than to wait when more people get into the market. Yeah.
What's the rule of thumb on refinancing the interest rate? Is it a percentage or what's
The way
that?
there's a lot of different factors that go into it,
Okay.
okay? When somebody wants to refinance their mortgage, one of the first questions we ask them is, well, why? What are you looking to do? Now, there are some general answers to that. We're looking to lower the interest rate. We're looking to save money on our monthly payment.
Mm-hmm.
Understood. But sometimes when you do that, you go backwards, okay? And sometimes you might have paid, 8 years into your mortgage, and you might, and if you want to save some money, well, if you're looking to save $100, you don't want to refinance and go back to a 30-year mortgage to do that. You want to look at the whole picture. Sometimes people have a debt that they've accumulated and they want to refinance and incorporate all of that credit card debt into a brand new first mortgage to lower the payments because interest rates on credit cards are much higher than they are on mortgages. Sometimes people just want to refinance to take cash out to put an addition on. There are a lot of reasons. There is not one size fits all. And if the 1% rule, if you're able to drop an interest rate by a full percent, that's a great thing, and you should always consider that. What you do also have to weigh is how much are you paying in closing costs. There are always going to be some fees associated with everything with a refinance. However, you do have to pay very close attention to how much did you spend the last time and how much are you spending now again, because you want to make sure that the money that you're spending to do this, that you're going to recoup that. Because until you recoup that in the savings, you're not saving anything. So when we talk to clients about a refinance at Stonegate Mortgage, we look at a whole list of things. Mainly what's the customer's ultimate goal. And a lot of the times we realize, well, you know what? Maybe they just refinance and go and lower their term. Their payment goes up by $100, but look at what they're saving in interest because now they're knocking 8 years off their mortgage or whatever the case may be. So the math will tell us the smart thing to do. But what that is all depends on what that individual customer is looking to do and what best suits their needs.
And always great information. Thank you so much,
thank you very
Scott.
much.
Scott's information will be in the link below. And I thank you once again.
Yeah, thank you. Wonderful to see you.
See you next time on Cape Cod Like a Local. Bye.
Bye-bye.